From the station working for you, this is an RTV6 special report.
Good evening. I'm Amanda Starantino. Mark has the night off. We start this special report at 11 with more major developments related to the coronavirus outbreak and the fight to stop it from spreading. The Indiana State Health Department is now reporting a third confirmed death from COVID-19. Officials say the patient was over age 60 and lived in Marion County. The number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Indiana is now 79, and 554 people have been tested, according to the health department. Now to the latest on the impact of the outbreak and help for people who are affected in different ways. Indiana 211 now has additional resources for COVID-19. 211 is a free 24/7 helpline that connects Hoosiers to almost any kind of assistance, including food, utilities, healthcare, or childcare. Just call 211 or text your zip code to 898-211. There's also a new website. You can find a link to that by clicking on this story on our website at theindychannel.com. And a new partnership to deliver food around the city started today. Indianapolis Public Schools and Gleaners Food Bank are teaming up to get healthy meals to more families. IPS buses will pick up and deliver Gleaners food packages to 25 locations throughout the city.
We know that food insecurity is an issue for a number of people in our community, and so we've been able to partner with Gleaners to provide pretty substantial boxes of non-perishable items for our families to be able to pick up that should last multiple days. And so as we are in this coronavirus fight and being charged to stay at home and take care of our families, this is our way of being able to contribute to our community and making sure our families are taken care of.
Families will be given one 17-pound box of food on Mondays and Fridays from 4 to 6 p.m. You can find a full list of distribution sites at theindychannel.com. And Indiana is the latest state to delay its primary election due to the outbreak. Today, Governor Eric Holcomb announced the primary will not be held on May 5th. It has been postponed to June 2nd. And governors in other states are also taking additional, sometimes drastic steps to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Now, Illinois and New York are on statewide shelter-in-place orders, in addition to California. And a staff member in Vice President Mike Pence's office has tested positive for the virus. ABC's Mark Stewart has the latest developments from the White House and across the country.
Life in the U.S. is quickly changing as 1 in 5 residents in several states are ordered to stay inside as the coronavirus pandemic intensifies, including in America's biggest city, New York City.
We are now the epicenter of this crisis.
The governor of New York joining California and other states in issuing new mandates, beginning Sunday, ordering all non-essential workers to stay home, telling residents to stay indoors as much as possible and only leave to get food, medicine, or solitary exercise.
Essential services have to continue to function. Grocery stores need food. Pharmacies need drugs.
From first responders to families, no one is immune from the impact.
I'm very nervous, just feeling like, when is this all going to end?
Even with precautions, this New York City doctor tested positive.
I was using all the protection I was supposed to. I probably just wiped the surface with my hand and then wiped my face between mask usage.
Friday, President Trump announcing he's invoked the Korean War-era Defense Production Act, directing American companies that can, including automakers, to now manufacture masks, gowns, gloves, and ventilators. And in New Orleans, we get a look inside Ochsner Medical Center, where teams are using special respirator masks for protection, as World Health doctors urge young people to take the threat seriously. The Centers for Disease Control says nearly 40% of the people hospitalized in the U.S. are between the ages of 20 and 54.
I just want to let everyone know that, it's very important to stay inside and follow the CDC guidelines.
Also, a malaria drug being tested as a possible treatment for COVID-19, drawing a sharp rebuke from one of the president's top health advisors.
I agree with the doctor, what he said. May work, may not work. I feel good about it. That's all it is, just a feeling. It might be effective. You're also collecting data that will ultimately show that it is truly effective and safe under the conditions of COVID-19.
Even though people living in several states are being told to stay at home, President Trump is still insisting he is not considering such measures nationwide. Mark Stewart, ABC News, New York.
And doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, and countless healthcare workers are on the front lines of the fight against the coronavirus responsible for COVID-19. Tonight, RTV6's Cornelius Hawker spoke with a pediatric emergency department physician who explains what hospitals are up against and how you can protect both healthcare workers and the people who are most at risk.
I think that we're in the calm before the storm.
That's how Dr. Mercy Hilton describes the big challenges ahead for healthcare workers tackling COVID-19.
Right now, we are trying to get adequate quantities of personal protective equipment. We haven't hit the surge and we're already running low on those things.
It's led to hospitals having to reuse masks, face shields, and other equipment that's normally disposable.
And we don't know about the adequacy of this equipment when it's being reused. So, we feel like we're really putting ourselves, our health, our lives, and our, secondarily, our families' lives in danger by going to work.
With the enormous strain being put on the healthcare system, Dr. Hilton says social distancing is the most powerful way right now to try and stop the spread of this virus.
It means basically keeping to yourself at home so that you cannot infect other people and other people cannot bring you the infection.
Testing is becoming more readily available here in Indiana, but Dr. Hilton doesn't want to give people who think they might be infected hope that they'll even be given a test.
We are not testing people with mild symptoms at all. We're really only testing people that need to be admitted to the hospital for critical care.
That means don't show up unexpectedly to a hospital demanding a test because
that's not going to happen. And it's just going to increase your chance of acquiring it if you don't already have it or spreading it if you do.
Dr. Hilton also wanted me to stress employers need to stop demanding their employees get sick notes because it's causing people to put themselves and their families at risk by going to hospitals and urgent cares simply to get a sick note. Working for you, Cornelius Hawker, RTV6.
Dr. Hilton says another issue with just showing up to hospitals or urgent care is that certain facilities have designated themselves as clean or dirty, meaning your closest hospital may not be accepting any patients with respiratory issues that could be COVID-19. Your best bet is to call ahead and speak to someone before deciding to go anywhere. And child advocates are deeply concerned about the impact the coronavirus is having and will have on families. Sandy Runkle with Prevent Child Abuse Indiana is concerned because children are not going to school, after school clubs and church, places where trusted adults can make sure they are okay. Add to that, some children are not getting therapy and other services they'd normally get in person. And many children are spending more time online and with video games.
What we're also concerned about is in these desperate times is individuals reaching out to caregivers that may be inappropriate to come in and watch their children. So please be sure and vet who's ever coming in to watch your children. Families may be concerned about, educational needs. So they may be hiring tutors. Make sure it's a legitimate tutor.
Prevent Child Abuse is calling on neighbors, mail carriers, cable technicians, garbage collectors to keep an eye out and report suspected child abuse and neglect to the state hotline. That number is 1-800-800-5556. And today, Indiana State Police sent out a warning that scammers are hard at work even as we deal with the coronavirus outbreak. They say thieves are calling and emailing, posing as health officials in clinics, trying to trick people out of their money. RTV6's Cameron Riddle shows you how one woman avoided getting scammed by a fake IPL phone call.
IPL is sending out a warning. They say there's a scam going around and it's using the company's name. One Indianapolis woman says the call she got was almost convincing.
On Thursday of this week, I got a call about 11 o'clock in the morning stating that this is IPL. You have a pending balance, and if you do not pay in 30 minutes, your lights will be turned off. And I'm like, okay, and I just hung up really quickly.
The account the call was referencing was for a home Mayberry is renting on Indy's west side. She immediately called her tenants, who said the bill had already been paid and they didn't know anything. When they called IPL to double check, they were greeted with this message.
During stressful situations such as the coronavirus pandemic, scammers and cyber criminals come out of hiding. IPL has received reports that scammers are calling local residents and businesses demanding payment within 30 minutes or service will be disconnected. This is a scam.
Who wants to be in quarantine and with your lights off? That's not something that you want to do. Like, this is a scary time. So yeah, that kind of panicked me.
IPL has suspended disconnections until April, and Governor Holcomb has banned utility shutoffs during the coronavirus pandemic. IPL reminds customers they never use scare tactics or threaten to shut off your service within 30 minutes if you don't pay or let someone claiming to be with IPL into your home. The company says anyone who does come to your home should be in a marked vehicle with proper identification, which anyone can ask to see. Mayberry never sent the scammers any money and says double checking is what stopped her.
That's my first thing, is to verify, to double check, and just to make sure absolutely don't give your credit card information or check information over the phone.
Working for you in Indianapolis, Cameron Riddle, RTV6.
And the Federal Communications Commission has also put out a warning about COVID-19 scams. To learn more or report a hoax, head to fcc.gov.
I just have to say thank you to Nicole and RTV6 for really reaching out to us and allowing us a platform where we can share our passion and our story.
Coming up, RTV6 helps connect a company in need of workers with people who are suddenly looking for jobs due to the coronavirus outbreak. And a little later, fake coronavirus cures are showing up online and even on TV. What social media sites and government officials are doing to protect consumers. Kevin.
And temperatures are falling and the mission isn't complete. 67 this morning, just after 4 a.m., 34 right now. How cold when you wake up and what's ahead for the weekend?
From the station working for you, this is an RTV6 special report.
Another big place to shop is no longer an option during the coronavirus outbreak. Today, Goodwill announced all stores in central and southern Indiana are closed to shoppers starting today and until further notice. The stores will continue to accept donations from 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 11 to 7 on Sundays. And the company sent an email to customers saying, "Our first concern is the well-being of our employees, many of whom came to work for Goodwill because of an employment barrier that made finding a job elsewhere difficult, if not impossible." And with the coronavirus outbreak leading to so many job losses, the mission of RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers is more important than ever. It is our initiative to connect you to job opportunities, resources, training, and more. And here are just a few companies that are adding employees immediately. Thorns is hiring part-time temporary contingent workers at all of its locations. People hired for those positions will clean, stock shelves, and assist with other non-register activities. Temporary schedules are less than 30 hours per week. You must be at least 18 years old to apply. Walmart plans to hire 2,000 people in Indiana and more than 150,000 across the country. Jobs range from stockers to forklift drivers. People of all ages and experience levels are needed. After you've applied and provided hiring documents, you could start work within 72 hours. And our Hiring Hoosiers effort during the COVID-19 pandemic is quickly helping some people and businesses in need.
I just have to say thank you to Nicole and RTV6 for really reaching out to us and allowing us a platform where we can share our passion and our story. Our company started out because we wanted to help people, and more than ever, like we talked about yesterday, now is the time to do that.
Tiffany Friend with Senior One Care in Carmel first talked to RTV6 yesterday. She wanted the public to know the organization is always hiring, and the need is especially great now, with senior citizens advised to stay in as much as possible. She also wanted people who have lost their jobs due to the COVID-19 outbreak, like service industry workers, to be aware of the opportunities. Since our story aired, dozens of people have applied.
The platform to be able to share our passion and to connect people, to get people who need work, some work, to get the seniors that need the help. It really wouldn't have happened without the story, at least not to the level that it is.
Caregivers with Senior One Care start off at $13 an hour with opportunities for bonuses and raises. And Hiring Hoosiers is also shining a light on support for entrepreneurs and small business owners. The company Generator, which invests in startups, is partnering with the Indiana Economic Development Corporation to create the Indiana Emergency Response Program. Small businesses affected by the COVID-19 outbreak are invited to take part in a free week-long webinar. The series will help owners identify and leverage resources aimed at helping businesses get through this crisis.
We saw a lot of people running out of income, losing their jobs, and realized that the owners of those small businesses were about to have to make some really tough decisions and go through some things that they've never had to experience before. So hopefully we have some knowledge and expertise that we can share and help make that process a little bit easier.
You can find more info about the program, including a link to sign up at hiringhoosiers.com. There you can also find links to apply to Thornton's, Walmart, Senior One Care, and many other companies that are hiring. Kevin.
We're about ready to step into the first full weekend of spring. It will be a cool weekend. This is how much colder. Just 24 hours ago, 31 degrees warmer in central Indiana, specifically Indianapolis. And last night's thunderstorms have paved the way for the colder air to roll in. As far as seeing additional rain, we're dry overnight. We're dry tomorrow. Most of Sunday, it's Sunday afternoon, the rain comes back, then dry Monday. As you'll see in the 7-day forecast, almost every other day, we have that chance for rain. Temperature in Indianapolis right now, 34. Peru's about ready to lead the way into the 20s. We'll all be joined in the 20s tomorrow. Mid 25 degree temperature range there in Peru, 26 in Lafayette. Skies may clear a little bit overnight, and then we'll go for a mixture of clouds and sunshine tomorrow. We'll take that. We need a little sunshine to rescue the cold start. Temperature in the afternoon at 42. The change Sunday, a few degrees warmer, but clouds will increase, and so will our chance for rain in the afternoon. The wind tomorrow, not nearly as strong as today, but it's still a cool northeast wind, gusting at times to 10 to 15 in the morning, then calming down in the afternoon. We should hit 54 this time of year. We won't be anywhere close to that as we go through the day tomorrow. Most areas missing that by a dozen degrees, and temperatures on Sunday just a little bit different. Sunday, the clouds increase through the day. Our shower chances increase in the afternoon, and you'll see here the clouds showing up as the gray through the morning into early afternoon. Then we'll see the showers start to appear 7 o'clock Sunday evening to the north and west, and I do think as we go into Sunday night, even early Monday, we may have some snow mix in with the rain just to prove that we still haven't made that seasonal change complete yet. Best thing I can say about the rain, though, that comes our way, won't be as heavy. We really need a break. Doesn't look like we'll see it in the 7-day forecast, but we need some time for the ground to dry out. Monday, 52 degrees for the high. Tuesday, rain is likely, 54, and then as we get to Wednesday, nearly 60 degrees, dry with partly sunny skies. The warmest temperatures next week arrive on Thursday, 30% chance of rain, temperature all the way up to 65 degrees. We're cooler again, though, by next Friday.
And the coronavirus outbreak is responsible for job losses, serious illnesses, and even deaths. But it's also bringing out the best in many Hoosiers who are working together. Here are some of the stories we've shared with you on RTV6.
Working together, our commitment at RTV6 to share the stories of how your neighbors are working for you to make a difference during this challenging time.
Indianapolis resident Alicia Baker has been hard at work the past few days, making connections and building relationships.
I know a lot of young people that are really asking, how can I help? And then I also know a lot of people that are in need of help, and so I just really wanted to bridge the gap and help get them connected.
So she created this online sign-up sheet. She then uses zip codes to match people up.
Pairing neighbors with neighbors.
So far, more than 700 people all across the city have signed up. She's now working with others like Melissa Loria to also create lists of resources in the area and make plans for whatever the coming days or weeks may hold.
The printers are hot.
The signs are flying out the doors of DG Graphics in Martinsville.
And I wanted to do something to try to help out.
Owner Derek Gady saw a sign from a friend also in the business in Illinois. It read, "Dine-in closed, curbside pickup available. We also have gift cards available." So he asked his friend if he could share his file, and Derek started printing.
These restaurants, they have employees, they have families, so, to give back to them, to make sure they can still do it, we still eat there, we still, we all want to kind of just work together.
And we want to hear your stories of Hoosiers working together during this tough time. Share the positive efforts going on in your community by emailing us at workingforyou@rtv6.com. We'll be right back.
Donation or volunteer today.
From the station working for you, this is an RTV6 special report.
Welcome back. You may have seen them on your Facebook feed or in your inbox. Fake coronavirus remedies are popping up online. Patrick Terpstra with our Scripps partner Newsy explains what is being done to stop the viral spread of unapproved COVID-19 cures.
Coronavirus has led to an outbreak of scams.
Scammers follow the headlines. And so they're taking advantage of a lot of the fears that surround the coronavirus at the moment.
The FTC and FDA sending out 7 warning letters to companies that sold products claiming to prevent or treat COVID-19. The problem? There is no treatment or cure for coronavirus.
There's no potions, lotions, pills, or anything of that form that can treat or cure coronavirus.
One of those warning letters went to the Jim Baker Show.
This influenza that is now circling the globe, you're saying that silver solution would be effective.
The FDA said the televangelist was selling liquid colloidal silver as a potential coronavirus remedy. Missouri's Attorney General filed a civil suit against Baker and his church located in the state.
So we thought it was important to take quick action. Unfortunately, there are people who try to take advantage of these kinds of situations.
Neither Baker nor his church responded to our questions. New York's Attorney General issued cease and desist letters against Baker and InfoWars host Alex Jones. He was accused of selling dietary supplements, creams, and other fake coronavirus treatments.
The patented nanosilver we have, the Pentagon has come out and documented, and Homeland Security, and said this stuff kills the whole SARS corona family at point-blank range.
In a statement, InfoWars told us none of the products sold in its online store were ever intended to treat any disease, including coronavirus. They now post a disclaimer. We found other phony COVID-19 solutions circulating online, especially Craigslist, a so-called coronavirus killer for sale in Washington, D.C., a COVID-19 sanitizing wand for sale in Chicago, a bunch of fake options on Los Angeles Craigslist, including a blood testing kit, none of it FDA approved to fight coronavirus.
Certainly in this time right now where, people may be more susceptible or vulnerable to these kinds of scams and schemes, our office is still fully operational and ready and willing and able, as I said, to take action.
Craigslist did not respond immediately to us. Facebook and Twitter are blocking bogus claims, sometimes to the point of policing innocent posts.
You got to really ask yourself, do you think that you would really be seeing a medical breakthrough of this type of sort, through an ad or through some type of social media? No.
The FTC is still busy hunting down coronavirus cons, but investigators need your help. If you spot anything suspicious online, you can file a complaint at ftc.gov/complaint. And of course, keep in mind that scientists all over the world are looking for a treatment, cure, a vaccine for coronavirus, but just aren't there yet.
And that was Patrick Terpstra reporting. Other coronavirus cons include fake vaccines and phony crowdsourcing donation sites to help people affected by the outbreak. We'll be right back.
Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
We have brought you a lot of info tonight about the coronavirus outbreak, and there's even more on our website. Go to theindychannel.com/coronavirus for everything you need to know anytime. Kevin.
And we step into a cold but dry Saturday. Temperatures in the 20s, upper 20s in the morning, and we'll have some sunshine as well. Streets look quiet, Amanda.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and have a great weekend. Remember to follow all updates on the coronavirus cases in Indiana at theindychannel.com.